Hello viewers, welcome to our special feature, the Marex interview. Today we have with us Captain Anand Chopra, who after several decades in the Shipping Corporation of India, superannuated in 2012 as Executive Director. After that, he has been a consultant and advisor to many companies in Mumbai and overseas. His knowledge specialty is shipment of Class 7 cargoes, Class 7 hazardous cargoes, under which class are included radioactive substances or articles. Captain Chopra has been recently seeing a steady stonewalling of Class 7 cargoes by shipping lines, and he's much perturbed about this trend. Let's welcome Captain Chopra and see what he has to tell us about his experiences. Welcome, sir. Captain Chopra, Class 7 materials are required to be transported in containerized units. What are the usual responses you get when you float inquiries in the market?
Ladies and gentlemen, viewers, well-wishers, greetings. Do hope all of you are safe with your families, beloved ones during these very trying times of COVID-19. Please stay safe. I'm going to tell you something about Class 7 shipments. When I say Class 7, I'm talking about two types of cargoes which I normally handle, which is uranium ore concentrate UN2912 and cobalt 60, which is UN2916. Normally I face a lot of resistance from the operators, from the lines, for accepting this kind of cargo. They cite reasons of company policy. That company policy, we do not carry this cargo. But let me tell you, I think it is more to do with their perception and the misconception created by the name of this cargo, radioactive, rather than the actual facts associated with this cargo, which is very, very safe. This cargo primarily enhances the quality of our lives. It is used in the food processing industry, in the medical industry, in the electronic industry, and power generation, and for healthy environment. This cargo moves in 20-foot GP or DV, that is dry van containers, and in open top containers. Like any other cargo, it moves in the same manner. Like any other DG cargo, you got to take the same care and precautions while loading this cargo. There is nothing unusual to say. It is absolutely safe to carry this cargo, but yet, for the reasons I have said, there are hardly any lines which readily will accept this cargo, barring a few, to say the least.
So tell us, sir, what are the annual quantities shipped around the world, and what are the major ports of origin and destinations of such cargoes? Yes.
Primarily, I arrange shipments and handle shipments in the Indian subcontinent, South Asia and Southeast Asia region. Most of the cargo which is imported comes to JNPT, which is annually about 100 to 200 TEUs, which moves from Europe, Canada, comes to JNPT for our Department of Atomic Energy. And depending on the contracts, the volumes can go up or down. These days, during the pandemic, there is no cargo as such, because the mines are closed all over the world. So there is no activity going on. Plus travel restrictions are there. So presently, right from this year, from March onwards, there has been no movement of this cargo. Hopefully, once the pandemic is over and people get to work, the mines start opening, then there will be again movement of this cargo. Let's hope for the best.
Yes, I understand. and I'm sure our viewers are really learning a lot from what's happening in the markets today. Tell us, what is such reluctance on the part of shipping lines rooted in? Is there unpleasant past instances, difficult port formalities, transit hurdles, insurance problems? Please elaborate. Thank you.
The reluctance of the operators or the lines to carry this cargo is probably due to lack of understanding of this cargo. Or maybe being global carriers, they don't want to carry such cargo which may result in delays at some of the ports. But ideally, this cargo is loaded at the last port of call of the vessel, that is last in and first out. Obviously, cargo coming from Europe has to move via the Suez Canal. Suez Canal, there is no issue. They accept transit with this cargo on board. And I have already enumerated the reasons above. It's the concept that this cargo, due to its name, is dangerous, but it is not. The P&I clubs do cover this cargo. During my tenure in Asia, we always carried this cargo. I've been associated with this cargo now for the last probably around 12 years now. I started handling this cargo 2008 and now it's 2020. So actually there is no reason to refuse this cargo, but lines do. Operators do, because I feel we need some better understanding so that we can carry this cargo.
So, is the freight for these class 7 cargoes excessive or marginally higher than the usual cargoes? Or you would say it's really something very, very attractive?
Coming to the freight, for the class 7 cargoes which I have talked about, is exceptionally high and attractive. There is no comparison between the freight earned for class 7 cargo compared to general cargoes, or for that matter, even the other DG listed cargoes other than class 1, which also attracts high freight. These days, I do hear about, I do read in the marine dailies about the high cost for crew change. Understandably so, because the SOPs have changed for this. So on the one hand, we are talking about high crew change costs, and on the other hand, we refuse the high freight which we can earn for this kind of cargo. I don't know what is the logic behind this refusal. At least the high freight which you can earn. And when I talk of high freight, it is exceptionally high for this kind of cargo. At least this freight can maybe compensate the lines for the extra cost these days which they are expending on crew change. So I think the lines operators need to have a relook at this.
So the thing is, how would you now word your appeal to shipping lines to accept such cargoes more readily?
I would like to request and appeal to the operators, to the lines, that this cargo, this class 7 cargo, which I have talked about, is absolutely safe for carriage. Some lines are carrying it. There has been no issues there. I have been associated with it, handling and arranging shipments. There have been no problems with that. And let me tell you one more thing. This cargo is one of the most well-regulated cargoes. It is regulated by the IAEA, that is the International Atomic Energy Agencies. Right from the beginning, from the packing itself to the carriage to movement on the road by rail and by sea till delivery, it is all regulated. Every stage of this movement is regulated in accordance with the IAEA. So I would say it is one of the most well-regulated. Lines should relook at their policies. The policies are after made by the line's own companies. They can have a relook. And this cargo, as I said earlier, is for enhancing the quality of human lives. Medical purposes, like cobalt 60, is used for cancer treatment, which is again saving somebody's life. It is used in the hospitals for sterilization purposes. So why refuse? Why refuse UN 2912? That is the uranium ore concentrate. It is for your power generation, used in reactors. Clean fuel, environment friendly. So please have a relook at your policies. My humble request is to please do your best whenever you can, whenever your service schedule permits, whenever your ports of call permit, please do accept this cargo rather than saying a blunt no. Please examine the pros and cons and then decide whether you want to contribute to the quality of human life. Thank you. Namaste.
Captain Chopra, thank you so much for being with us. I'm sure all this has been a real eye-opener for our viewers. On behalf of our viewers and Team Marex, thank you so much. Have a great day, viewers. See you soon.